from your win. Second win on the trot, second first round win on the trot. Just beating Frane Radnic, and I hope I've said that right. Together with trainer Kev Thorniley. You say it's really powerful in there. And
yeah, just not powerful, just really weighty with the shots. You know, he's just heavy-handed. You could tell, but he just didn't have the snap in his punches. And somebody's got to have that snap to fucking affect me. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather, like, speed will affect me more than just brute power, because you can sort of feel it coming. You know, you see the shots coming a lot more, so you can sort of brace for it. When it's fast, you don't see them coming. So you can just tell he had that. So if I was to throw a shot and he was to throw one and like I was missing, he was catching me when I didn't know one was coming, that's when it would affect me. Do you know what I mean? But it's great fight, and it was good to get. I wanted to get the rounds really tonight, but it didn't happen. I thought it was going to, because he was tough.
Yeah, and he's taken John Hedges the distance. He's with the Tibbses.
And I think he's the last person to stop him, I think.
No, not the last person to stop him. He's the only person to stop him in the first round. Go. You know, Go obviously he was, you know, Olympic silver medalist or bronze medalist.
Bronze medalist, but class act.
Class act. He's the only one to stop in the second round, and that was at a lighter weight. Do you know what I mean? So I've actually moved up in weight, not yet to get him out, because obviously first round, so it's not too bad.
And so sometimes you need rounds, and you get.
I feel I need rounds at the minute. I'm not gonna lie, I do need the rounds, but I'm gonna need to step up a better opponent to get those rounds, because I'm just gonna take them out. I'm explosive with my shots, and I know when I land it stuns them. So I'll get a lot of first round, second round stoppages, because I'm just quick and snappy with my punches. You know.
Seen quick with the feet tonight as well. You're stealing the gap with the front foot and closing him down.
Just practicing that all the whole time in sparring. He keeps on to me about that, because I got into a phase when I was sort of sparring lesser people, or just walking people down too much, because I know, like, my fight I lost, I got chinned over, but I know I've got a good chin. There's reason behind that, but I don't need to go into that, because I don't want to take anything away from Brad, who won. But I know I've sorted that issue out, and I know I've got a good chin when I'm in there, you know. So, but he works on that just to make sure I'm not just walking people down and using my strength, using my boxing ability, because I'm a class act.
A bad habit. What he can do is sit too much, walk forward, and go into that whole, like, sort of load up power shots. And I've always said to him, your speed is phenomenal, and that's where everything comes off that. When he throws fast shots, suddenly it makes openings, and like today's like a prime example of it. I actually was going to say to him tonight, at the end of the round, I was about to say to him, can you give me some more space? Because I actually thought it was going a bit too close, and obviously he said himself he felt the strength, and I was actually going to say to him in the corner, do me a favour, give me 6-8 inches back, just because you're sharp at range. And then just to say that, he stepped in and threw the body shot, which was just unreal body shot. But he was actually a little bit closer than I would have liked him to have been, because he's just so snappy and fast and sharp, and he does me on the pads all the time, does my head in, because I would say he's shot and he feints, and I'm all over with the pads. He actually gets me with the pads, so I said that's where he needs to be. And today when he did that, he was like, he was absolute top notch. And then there was a couple of times he come a bit too close, and I was like, mate, you don't need to be there. And then he threw the shot, stepped in, and boom, it was perfect.
I stunned him a few times, and I knew my power, but I was stepping, like you said, I was too close, and my power wasn't there, because he was just, my shots were glanced off the back of his head or the top of his head, where I was just like too close, instead of, like, because normally in sparring I've thrown him a little bit longer. But the ring just felt so small, and I didn't want to just be on the back foot, because 6 rounds, I haven't done rounds in a long time. I was doing it in the ring. It's small. People that know boxing just don't want to give that away and get him confidence of walking forward. You know what I mean? Wanted to stun him and make him do the running, if you like. And when I landed, you know, it was all over. I was warming up with the shot, the uppercut, left hook to the body. I'd been practicing it. I feel I box like Canelo Alvarez, and that's one of his favourite shots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you tried them right when you throw up.
Yeah, I did.
We work on throwing a double and putting a right hand in, and he tried it a couple of times, and he was just a bit clever to it, and he just moved back.
And I ripped one over the top at one stage.
So he went on the other side and got the job done on the left instead. So.
Well, first round knockout, brilliant body shot, and
Thank you.
yeah. So it's one of those, isn't it? So you're on your second fight back after getting stopped. You know, where do we go next? What's the route ahead?
Obviously, I'll let Kev speak on a lot more than that. We know how good I am. Like, I'm not just saying that. I'm not big-headed. I box with the best people. Like, when I'm getting inspired, I rarely lose rounds, do I? I rarely lose rounds. We all know that. It didn't show on the Brad Ray fight. obviously moved up in weight, lost a lot of weight quick. Yeah, I don't need to go into that because all respect to Brad and that, but there was issues leading into the fight. Not in my own weight anyway. There was nothing in our favour in that fight. It was late notice still. But I took the opportunity because I generally believed I'd win because we know what we do. We do what we do in the gym. So I know how good I am. I just got to prove it. I know even tonight doesn't prove that because we need to step up in opponent-wise. But hopefully we will soon, and then I'll get back on that stage and show people, and people will be talking about me again.
Fantastic. And so one more this year, early next year.
Hopefully we'll get another. So the date penciled in is November 27th in Bournemouth. And
at the O2.
Yeah. So now the fight and the decision is because realistically, see with me, I'm a realist, and he needed to rebuild after what happened with Brad. I knew that's not what happened with Brad. Wasn't the lead that I know, and like he said, was reasons. Fair play to Brad, and he's took on and done what he has, and brilliant. Fair play to him. He's a level above what he's having to box at the moment, but we took our medicine, you know, and we took the 2 fights back that we had to. Now, for me, he's southern area like level easily, and he's other small titles. There's other titles about, you know. There's other stuff about the fight for us is how big that fight is in the timescale we've got. Because what I wouldn't like to do, learning from past mistakes, is take a tough fight with not enough preparation time. He knows what he did wrong last time, and we work on that. So a decent camp, so it's just literally sit down on Monday, see what's on the table, because we've already talked with a couple promoters and businessmen who are willing to sort of inject good money to make something happen. So then we can look at, right, that's available, we reckon we could get this opponent, and then we'll be like, right, let's go for it. But what I'm not going to do, with his blessing, because obviously he is the boss, but trust me, what I won't ever do is make a stupid decision again. Not that that's not stupid, but I won't let that happen again. Like, we're not taking anything, we're not in a position where we have to rush things or take a fight that's not at least, you know, a worthwhile. So realistic and answer to the question, what do we want? We want a small title, and we want to push on and go from that small title to the next one where he deserves to be. 100%, trust me, he belongs at that level. Whether we get that on the next fight before Christmas, we'll see.
It's going to be tough, isn't it? With opponents.
Yeah, if it's not right, we won't take it. But he will fight again before then. He'll move to 12, which he will. It'll be 12, 1, 11, and we're back in the mix. You know, it is what it is.
11, 1.
You've had 11 now.
10 tonight.
Oh, see,
He's got too many boxes these days.
But he's we'll be in a position where the loss will be a past distant memory, you know, and we will have learned from it, and it will be literally him doing what and getting what he deserves. Which, you know, there's a couple of things to iron out, but other than that, he's the most dedicated fighter. He's as dedicated as any fighter I've ever known. Trains as hard as anyone. And it'll happen, but he knows that there's a couple of little tweaks, but he knows what they are, and if he does it, we're up there, and he will. So yeah, November we'll be out. What fight we will see.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say, lads?
Just thank you to my sponsors. Yeah, got my t-shirt on. What an idiot.
You're not sponsored by
Direct,
are you?
yeah, I wish.
And I'm an idiot, but he's nicely got their sponsors on either. But
Proper Dinmo. Right, hello, Mr. Johnson.
that is literally the clown in the camp.
Do you know them racks on the floor?
Have them.
No, are they yours?
Yeah.
What, you chucked on the floor, yeah? Ask mine to be bad, Christian. Pick his later. See you later, Kev.
We'll leave it there, gents.
Caleb is the best.
Thanks so much.